I am Jovan Taylor, and you are having coffee with a neuroscientist. I'm going to give you this strategy on how to use your brain as a predictor for your success. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your water. I have water today too, people. Hydrate your brain. And let's hang out for a few minutes. In order to really gain traction in our business, in our lives, and with our goals, we have to think differently. We can't keep thinking the same way, doing the same things, expecting different results. So that's what I do. I help people to bust through whatever is keeping them from their greatness. And I believe that all success starts in the mind. 100%. All right, so let's get down to it, shall we? So you've heard the terms from Steve Harvey: act like a success, think like a success, right? Fake it till you make it, or faith it. I like that. Faith it till you make it. Okay, why do you think people say that? You know, why is that a common cliche? It must be a predictor that if you keep thinking at the level that you are, you're going to stay where you are. But if you act like you're more than that, if you act like you can do more than that, then eventually you just might get to that. It makes sense, right? Some people think if you say fake it till you make it, that you're not being authentic. But if you want to replace the word fake it with, think bigger, it's the same concept. You think beyond your current level and the possibility of where you can be so that your brain can start trying to get to that bigger possibility. Okay? So if people are, having issues with the wording, just change the word. The concept is the same. Think bigger, and then your brain will have something to work towards. So this is what you're going to do. I have my sticky notes because Einstein said, don't remember stuff you can just look up. So I have my bullet points to make sure that I hit some things. All right. So what you want to do to train your brain to be a predictor of your success is to expose your mind to the possibilities of where you want to go. Okay. So wherever you are in your current state of mind, in your current state of thinking, you have to go outside that thinking by looking at the possibilities. That means you need to be exposed to the possibilities, exposed to what can be. So you can do this by imagining, I'm making $100,000 this year. I want to make $500,000 in the next 2 years. Imagine that. Imagine what that feels like. Imagine your bank account having those extra zeros behind it. Visualize it, write it out. Speak to people who have busted past that six-figure mark. And are now making mid six figures. Hang around people who have ran 3 miles, but right now you're only running 1 mile. Start immersing your mind with the information and people who are at the level you want to be at. Does that make sense? Your brain needs the direction. You can't just say, I want to start eating healthier. That's too vague. You need to be more specific. Do you want to eat more vegetables? Do you want to start learning how to cook vegetarian meals so that you can be more healthier? You have to set higher standards for these vague goals, okay? So expose your mind. That means if you need to read about it, read more about that subject. Read more about millionaires. Read more about people who run marathons. Read more about people who struggled, but now they're successful, so that your brain can have a range of possibility, okay? It's important for your brain to be exposed to the possibilities so that your brain can become more stronger and resilient and have more options across the spectrum on how to succeed, okay? So the more you expose your brain to the extreme possibility, the more your brain will start preparing and predicting for that possibility. Let me give you an example in biology, because I have a master's in biology, so I love the body and the brain and all that stuff, but we can take our cues from nature. Our bodies are kind of redundant, okay? Why do we have two kidneys? We don't need two kidneys. We only need one, okay? But the body predicted, it overcompensated. You know, it stretched the possibilities. It's predicting that, hey, if one kidney goes down, we have a backup. So the body kind of predicted in the future that it may need two kidneys, even though we only need one. Let me give you another example of how beautiful the body is at predicting success. Think of people who lift weights, okay? People who, you know, do the deadlifts and all that. Their body, when they go into the gym, they're thinking, I want to be the level that I was before the last time I came here. So let's say you can lift 150 pounds, all right? Your body is set. It knows that you can lift 150 pounds, okay, from the last time, but it will prepare the body for you to lift 155 pounds just in case. It wants the cushion. It wants to be prepared for the worst case scenario, okay? So your body actually is prepared to lift more than 150 pounds because that's how the body naturally operates. It wants to predict the worst case scenario, so it has to prepare itself for, you know, surviving and warding off pain and injury, right? So we can use that same concept for our success. When you imagine the possibility of earning more, of being more, of getting your message out there, of writing your book, when you immerse yourself in the realm of possibility, your brain will start preparing for success. You cannot succeed with your current level of thinking. You have to go beyond and stretch your mind just like the human body does. It prepares to lift more weights. It prepares that, hey, one of my kidneys might fail, so I have a backup. You have to think extreme so your brain can think of the possibilities and the know-hows and to look out for how to make that your dreams and goals possible. Okay? Your brain will not stretch in its thinking if you don't intentionally stretch it, people. Okay? Poison. Let me give you another example of how the human body prepares for success. So back in the day, kings would take milligrams of poison in order for them to become immune to the possibility of being assassinated, right? Because kings back in the day would always get poisoned, right? So somebody figured out, some scientists figured out that if they start taking a little bit of the poison along the way, if they ever did get poisoned, you know, they would be immune to it. They would be resistant to it, right? So let's say the king works his way up to taking what? 15 milligrams of some kind of poison. The body will prepare itself, its immune system, as if it's about to take 20 milligrams of poison. So the immune system kicks it up a notch to prepare for this possible poison that may, you know, kill the body. You can use the same concept when it comes to your success. Whatever your goals are, think beyond your current state of mind, and then your brain will prepare itself for that success because your body is designed to be successful. Does that make sense? I'm telling you, people, you're not going to get this information. You're either going to get the too sciencey part of neuroscience, or you're going to get the woo-woo if you think you believe success talk. I'm merging neuroscience with the mindset of success. All right. That's what you get from me with Coffee with the Neuroscientist. In conclusion, think higher, think bigger, think of your possibilities, think of the extreme, because that's how your body operates when it's in extreme conditions. It's able to think from a whole range of options on how it can survive, on how it can be successful, and how it can thrive. And you can take that same concept of how your physical body thrives with your success. Think big, think extreme, and your brain will work out how to get there in order for you to be successful.